Hello! Well, every man and his dog is actually doing ketogenic diets today. I'm not sure why, but that diet has actually taken off into the stratosphere. But not everybody is winning. You know, some people are actually losing weight, but there are those who are stuck. They're not losing weight, or they lost a little bit of weight and then they've hit a plateau. Others are actually gaining weight. Yes, some people are actually gaining weight on ketogenic diet. Would you believe that? Well, I've put together 5 reasons why you, if you are one of those who is stuck, who's not losing weight, who's not getting the promised results, I've put together 5 reasons, 5 mistakes that you're probably making. And let's talk about them. That's what's coming up next. I'll see you after the channel intro.
Now for today's 2020 idea to better health, please welcome on stage Dr. Joe.
Hello, welcome back. I'm Dr. Joe of thedrjoe.com. Now, if you're new to this channel, well, can I extend a warm welcome to you? This is your home of 2020 ideas to better health. Now, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe, okay? So, like I said in the intro, every man and his dog is doing ketogenic diet, but not everybody is winning. There are 3 categories of keto failures. Those who are not losing weight, those who've lost a little bit of weight and then they've hit a plateau, and there are those who are actually gaining weight on the ketogenic diet. Yes, they are actually gaining weight. So why are these people actually failing with this so-called popular diet? Don't forget, there was a recent article in the news where they talked about the fact that ketogenic diet has actually affected the profits of Weight Watchers. As big as Weight Watchers is, where ketogenic diet is actually affecting their profit line, their bottom line. That tells you how popular this diet is. So, why are some of these people not getting the promised results? Well, that's what this video is about. So, let's dive in and talk about why people are actually failing on this diet. So, let's dive in.
So, yes, we're going to be talking about why you are struggling with your ketogenic diet. Because obviously, some people are winning, but, you know, some of you are getting left behind, and that is not fair. And from watching this video, hopefully, I'm going to level the playing field for you so that you can start winning as well. Because, you know, life is all about winning if you can help it. But you shouldn't put yourself at disadvantage just because you're not doing certain things right. So that's what we're going to be talking about here. So here are the reasons why you're probably going wrong with the ketogenic diet and why you are either not losing weight or you're not able to maintain your weight, or indeed you're actually gaining weight. So I got 5 reasons here, and let's talk about them. So keto mistake number 1 that you're probably making is that you're treating the keto diet as a high protein diet. Well, it is not a high protein diet. I see it all the time. When I ask people, why did you get into keto? They tell me, well, because keto allows me to eat all the bacon I want. Oh, yeah? You know, they tell me I can eat as much steak as I want. Okay, you love your meat, you love your bacon, you love your steak, you love your ham, and you think that's the reason you want to get into keto? Well, that is wrong, because that is not what the keto diet is all about. Because when you do that, you'll be consuming too much protein, and which means your dietary protein is, content is going to be too high, and that it's something that you're doing wrong and is working against you. You just need enough protein on the keto diet to maintain your muscle mass. As it happens, the keto diet is actually a muscle sparing kind of diet. So you don't need a huge amount of protein for you to actually get ahead with the keto diet. And what does this mean? When you're eating a lot of bacon, steak, ham, chicken, and all the rest of it, well, if you're eating too much protein, that's going to kick you out of ketosis. It's as simple as that, because you want to stay in ketosis for you to win as far as the ketogenic diet is concerned. And also don't forget that when you having all of that protein, it's all adds up to your total calorie content for the day. So that's the reason why you may be not losing the weight that you expect, or you're actually gaining weight because you're eating too much protein. You should aim to keep your protein macro to 20% and under. That's how you can actually get on with the ketogenic diet, as well as having the protein that you need. You need to keep the protein under 20%. Now, keto mistake number 2 is that you're probably eating some keto friendly foods, but these foods are actually sabotaging you. So foods like nuts, dairy, legumes, and even some vegetables, they're actually making you overshoot your carb limits for the day. Those cashew nuts, the walnuts, the peanuts, the pine nuts, the green peas, the green beans, celeriac, the cheeses, they all have carbs. And if you don't take that into consideration, then of course you're going to overshoot your carb requirements for the day on the ketogenic diet, that is. So that is mistake number 2 that you're making. Now, your target to actually succeed with the ketogenic diet is that you have to keep your carb contents to under 20 grams per day. That's pretty hard for some people, and it's very easy for you to overshoot. So, but that is one essential mistake that you're making. You need to keep the carbs in check to under 20 grams per day. You want to stick to non-starchy vegetables for you to keep your carb content really low to the under 20 grams per day. You want to stick to non-starchy vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, asparagus, Brussels sprouts, the leafy greens, zucchini. Those are the kind of things that you should be eating for you to maintain your carb content to on the low side. Now, keto mistake number 3, you need to ask yourself the question, are you actually in ketosis? Okay? Are you actually in ketosis? You'll be surprised when you think you are doing the ketogenic diet and you're in ketosis. You probably are not. Just upping your fat consumption and lowering your carbs does not necessarily guarantee ketosis. It doesn't. You need to check daily that you are actually in ketosis. And how do you do that? Well, you have to get Keto Strips to test your urine daily. So you need to pee on a stick, and then you just check it on a chart that is on the can, on the bottle, that is, you to match that you're actually in ketosis. You'll know, it's very easy to do. So they're very cheap. You just buy Keto Strips to check that you're actually in ketosis. Now, if you want to be a little bit more adventurous, then you want to check your level of ketones in the blood or your breath. These are a lot of adventurous methods of checking whether you're in ketosis. The blood version actually means you have to prick yourself just like a diabetic. Checks for their blood glucose level. In this instance, you prick yourself and then you squeeze out a little bit of blood on a strip, and then you put it onto the machine, and it will tell you if you are actually in ketosis. The breath one is just like the breathalyzer, and is also very easy to do. But the urine one is a lot easier. Now, you should be aiming to get 80% of your macros to come from fat if you're on the ketogenic diet. That is how you can actually maintain yourself in ketosis. So what's the 4th mistake that you're actually making with the ketogenic diet? Well, your social life may be actually sabotaging you. You love going to parties, and why not? You deserve this life and you deserve to live it right. Your friends love you and you love them, and you are always attending parties and everything is all hunky-dory. But, attending those parties or going to the pub means you really cannot say no to the wine, to the beer, to the cocktails. And what that means is those wine, beer, and cocktails actually have carbs in them. And you're probably not going to take that into consideration when you're thinking about how much carbs you've consumed in a particular day. So your social life, like I said, is actually sabotaging your efforts at winning on the ketogenic diet. You need to keep that in check. And mistake number 5 is that your overall daily calorie intake is probably too high. So the fact that you get into the fatty food business, it's not really a license that you should eat fat uncontrollably. It's just not the way it works. And because something you need to take into consideration is that fat actually has twice the amount of calories as you have in carbs. Gram for gram, fat has more calories. In fact, 1 gram of fat actually yields 9 calories, whilst 1 gram of carbs gives you 4 calories. So you can actually see the difference here. It's very easy for you to overshoot your daily calorific requirements for the day when you're consuming fat. And this is one of the downsides of the ketogenic diet that people don't realize, because they want to eat as much fat as possible, and in the end they will easily overshoot their daily calorie requirements. You know, that extra butter, that mayonnaise, that cheese spread, they very easily will make you overshoot your fat requirements or your calorie requirements for the day. And you know, for that reason, you are not going to lose weight. It's very simple. Now, there's this theory in the ketogenic world that calories in, calories out theory is not important, because, you know, they believe in the insulin theory. But, you know, yes, the insulin theory is also correct, but you cannot discount the amount of calories that you consume on a particular day. You need to take into consideration how much calories you're actually consuming on a daily basis.
Yes, the simple truth about diet is that it doesn't matter what diet it is. You know, some gurus won't tell you this. It doesn't matter the origin of the calories, whether they're coming from fats, whether they're coming from protein, whether they're coming from carbs. If you don't control them, you are going to store the excess as fat. You're going to gain weight. It's just as simple as that. Now, keto mistake number 6. This is one that I didn't talk about in the presentation. I call this a bonus point, if you like. So because we talked about 5 keto mistakes that you're making, keto mistake number 6 is failure to meal plan ahead. Like everything in life, if you don't plan ahead, you're planning to fail. And that's one reason why, a big reason actually, why a lot of people actually fail on the ketogenic diet, because they're doing it on a whim, and that is the wrong approach. Now, if you don't meal plan ahead, what happens? You're going to end up screwing your macros, and you're also going to end up eating the wrong foods. And that way, you know, you've just completely screwed up your diet, your ketogenic diet, that is. So you need to meal plan ahead, because when you meal plan ahead, it gives you a focus. And it also means you're going to know what you're going to be eating on a daily basis. Now, the overarching advantage of meal planning ahead is that it gives you, you know, it's a ketogenic tool, diet tool, with which you can tweak the diet to your advantage. And with that, you can adjust the results accordingly as well. So meal planning is very, very important. And, you know, it will end the frustration. Once you meal plan ahead, you're going to end the frustration of your failure with the ketogenic diet. Now, to assist you with your frustration, I've gone ahead and sourced out a book. It was written by a lady called Susan Ryan. This lady was one of those who started this, who jumped onto the ketogenic diet bandwagon, if you like. And she actually succeeded because she lost 100 pounds over a year. 100 pounds of weight over a year. Can you imagine that? 100 pounds is unimaginable. She lost all of that, and she's put a book together. And she also got some recipes, over 100 recipes in that book. And I think it's a very nice resource for you if you are a big fan of ketogenic diet. If that's the way you want to go, for you to actually control your weight, then I will encourage you to buy this book. I'm going to leave links in the video description. Okay, the links to the book will be there in the video description. Go get it, please. Go get it. You'll be glad you did. Now, if you found value from this video, please, as usual, give it a thumbs up, hit the like button, and if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do subscribe. The subscription button is just right there in the bottom right corner, okay? Now, if you've got anything to say about the ketogenic diet, leave your comments in the commenting section. If you are one of those who has failed, who tried and failed, leave your comments there. If you've succeeded, leave your comments there as well. And also just let me know what you think about ketogenic diet in general. All right, because this diet, like I said, is very popular and everybody is doing it. So yeah, I want to know what you think. Okay, leave your comments in the comment section. I think that's about it for this video. Don't forget, go and get Susan Ryan's book if you want to succeed. I think it's a very nice tool that will help you. Go ahead and get the book. The links are going to be in the video description. That's it. Until next time, well, this is Dr. Joe signing out.